My name is Dr. Chillwavian. I am a veterinarian at the Pokémon Center for Veterinary Excellence, as well as the lead researcher, typically in ground-type Pokémon. However, my expertise does extend into fairy-type Pokémon as well. I'm very delighted to be here today, and I thank you for the invitation to speak today on Pokémon in general. However, the topic today is very near and dear to my heart. Today, we will be discussing hatching your Togepi egg, as well as raising your Togepi into a Togetic and Togekiss. And so, I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. As part of the services that we provide here at the Pokémon Center for Veterinary Excellence, we do routinely take in Togekiss, Togetic, and Togepi who are lost or injured or ill, and help to nurture them back to health. We do have a nursery here at the Center for Excellence in Pokémon Veterinary Medicine, and of course, today I'm very delighted to have with me a Togepi egg on loan from the nursery. This egg was hatched some time ago, and I believe the story behind this specific egg that it was actually found in the field, unattended to. I'm told by the nursery staff that this Togepi egg is doing quite well, quite healthy, and quite happy, as I understand. Now, there is a Togepi developing inside this egg, and what you'll find perhaps interesting about a Togepi that is developing inside the egg is that they will become fully grown inside the egg by the time they hatch. This is because, as you may know, the Togepi retains a portion of its shell as its body, the lower half of its body, and the Togepi will kind of exist inside that shell, and its head and arms will extend outside the shell. So it's kind of an interesting and unique thing to Togepi. Now, there is a Togepi in here, and I've been told that the Togepi does move around, and you can sometimes hear it. Let's see if we can elicit a Togepi response. There it is. Yeah, so there is a Togepi inside here, and as I said, it is, by all reports, healthy and happy, and is on track to hatch any day now. So, very exciting, and when you're able to hear the Togepi giving out a call, or when they're in the egg, you know you're getting very close to being able to hatch. So, that's a very exciting feature. Now, let's examine the egg a little closer. So you can see that the egg is kind of standard egg color, except that what's unique to a Togepi egg is that it contains these markings. Now, oftentimes they are triangular, however, and some are hollow in the center, typically red and blue in different shades. Each Togepi egg is unique in the way that it manifests in terms of these symbols and shapes on its egg. So here we have a prominent red diamond-shaped, as well as some smaller red diamond-shaped, and lots of blue triangle-shaped ones as well. Some small, kind of defined markings here as well, which are solid and smaller. Occasionally, as the egg grows and develops, those sometimes will open up and develop a bit of a clearer center as well. However, this egg, as it's essentially nearly completely developed, likely those markings will stay closed like that. I think the Togepi egg enjoys being handled, and that is an important feature of trying to raise and grow and hatch your Togepi. Typically speaking, they do like to be handled, they like to be warm, and they like to be carried around. The gyrational movement of walking can oftentimes lead to an early hatching of the egg, and that's because it really helps them grow and develop and to stay happy. And so, one of the key things that you can do to hatch your egg is to take it with you. Of course, helps to have some padding or something to wrap it with, holding it tightly, and of course not dropping it, and going for walks. And that is something that can be very helpful to help hatch your Togepi. was once thought to be a normal type Pokemon. However, with mounting evidence, we see that it is actually a fairy type Pokemon, which is very interesting. Let's discuss Togepi morphology. So once it hatches, you'll see typically the top apex of the shell crack and come off, and exposing underneath the yellowish tinge skin of a Togepi. Togepi has two cone-like arms that extend in a triangular fashion out from the sides, and then the top of the Togepi, oftentimes when it's hatched, you'll see the Togepi is closed off, but then will actually open up afterwards, and you'll see it essentially. Besides its stubby cone-like arms, you will actually see 5 conical spikes that come up from the sides of the head of the Togepi, forming a bit of a crown formation. Those spikes can close up to take the shape of an egg or open up. And when Togepi sleeps, typically Togepi will retract back into the shell, and so the spikes will close up and allow Togepi to take shelter while sleeping. As I said, Togepi care and wellness is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and so I'm delighted to hear how happy this Togepi sounds. So, Togepi is most known for its ability to siphon off positive energy from people and Pokemon, storing it inside of its shell. It's well known that Togepis store joy inside their shell, and they're able to unleash that or provide it to a Pokemon or a person when they're most in need. And this is often true for Pokemon who are injured, or Pokemon that the Togepi has been spending some time with and has gotten to know. It's also true for trainers and people who spend a lot of time with the Pokemon, with the Togepi specifically, and building that relationship. For a Togepi, friendship is paramount. It's most crucial, and so having a good relationship with your Togepi is essential for its growth and development. On that line, it's important to note that Togepis are well known for being good luck and bringing good luck to those around them. It's often thought that because the Pokemon, the Togepi itself stores joy and is a joyful entity, that it brings luck through that. But this has been well studied, and unfortunately it's very poorly understood how the Togepi goes about bringing good luck, but it does. Togepis can also emit poison from their conical spikes on the head, and so in a battle setting or in a defensive setting, a Togepi can certainly protect itself if it needs to. So as you may know, a Togepi will eventually evolve into a Togetic, and a lot of Pokemon evolve at certain level types. Togepi is not the same. Togepi will only evolve when it feels a friendship, a strong bond. It needs to be emotionally and physically ready to make that transition into a Togetic. And so there are some things that you can do to build that friendship or build that relationship with your Togepi. One of the things that you can do to help build a friendship with your Togepi is to give it a soothe bell to carry. That can be very helpful in building that relationship. Allowing your Togepi to take vitamins and berries can be very helpful in terms of which berries are most effective. Palm egg, Kelpsie, Hondu, Greppa, and Tomato. Those are the key berries that you can give your Togepi to eat and to carry, and those will help nurture your Togepi to grow and be healthy. Of course, allowing your Togepi out in battle to defeat a Pokemon can be very helpful as well, to build that confidence and that strength that it needs. Once your Togepi has reached that level of happiness or friendship, it will typically evolve into Togetic. Once you have a Togetic, evolving that into a Togekiss typically comes from exposure to a shiny stone. In the wild, Togepi can typically be found in Togepi Paradise. However, there are rare sightings in other areas, forested areas, however, fairly rare. Wonderful. If you are interested in becoming a volunteer at the Pokemon Center for Veterinary Excellence, please do submit an application. We are open at all times to receiving applications for volunteers. We're looking for both Togepi walkers and also foster parents, essentially people who are eager to take on a Togepi for training and building that friendship and relationship. So we have a number of eggs currently at the nursery, and some of them, like this one, are nearly ready for hatching, and so it's something that can be very fulfilling for all parties involved. And as you know, Togepis bring good luck, so it might bring you good blessings and good tidings in your life to bring a Togepi into your life. If you have any questions about the care of Togepi or Togetic or Togekiss, please don't hesitate to reach out. You'll be delighted to know that all of the Togekiss and Togetic that we have here at the facility are well and healthy, and we are setting out to re-release them back into the wild shortly. For some rare cases, the Togekiss will lay further eggs while in our care, and we, generally speaking, will hold on to those eggs to help nurture them and make sure that they get all of the care that they need. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and wish you all the best. Take care.